Yep. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The conditions and obligations of the jiniyat, of the retribution. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Salatu salam ala Rasul Kareem. Rabbana taqabbal minna wa zidna ilma wa hikma wa huda. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad abduka wa rasuluka nabiyil ummi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam taslima. A'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. Allahumma atina nufusana taqwaha wa zakkiha anta khayru man zakkaha waliyaha wa mawlaha. Allahumma hum shuyukhana amma ba'd. All the praises belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala huwa yubdi'u wa yu'id. Allah created from the beginning and He's going to repeat it on the Day of Judgment. And may peace and blessings be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's our example. He's the one that we learn the things from, the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today we're going to talk about the jiniyat, the qisas. The qisas is retribution, life for life, and eye for eye, all those things. And this is the conditions and the obligations for the qisas and for the retribution. That's what the chapter is on. So let's go to the first one. The first one is shurut al-wajiba arba shurut. So there's 4 conditions in order to implement the qisas. Usually when they talk about that, they usually refer to murder. Somebody kills somebody, so the person that they killed, that person, the family has a right to have that person killed, and likewise eye for eye, ear for ear, and so on. So that's what the Shaykh mentions on the conditions to implement that. Would you like to read the first one, number 1A?
Bismillah walhamdulillah.
Yes.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Shurutu wujub al-qisasi wastifa'ah. So the conditions and obligations of retribution.
Yes.
This is actually very interesting, this idea of qisas, right?
Right.
Because Allah, He says in the Quran, وَلَكُمْ فِي الْقِصَاصِ حَيَاةٌ يَا أُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ.
Yes.
Right? He says for people of understanding, there is life in qisas.
Right, yes.
And a lot of people, they dislike qisas, but actually it's very good.
Yes, and the reason for that is because when you have a society, a community, what happens is a person will say, oh, you're killing somebody.
Right.
But then what that does is it deters other people from doing that in the future.
Correct.
So like if you have, like over here in America, if you didn't have any jail sentences or anything like that, what would happen? So everybody
People
would
just
do
go
all the
rampant,
crime.
yeah.
So when you have that, even though you implement that life for a life, then what that does is it deters other people from killing, and then in the long run you have more of life, more people being alive.
Exactly.
So that's what that means in the ayah. That's what it goes. And the other thing is you have these things are between one person and another person. You have another chapter called the hudud, which refers to the laws that the punishments that the people that have from the government. So, and these things are from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so a person, they can't change them around, they have to implement them.
Yeah,
it's not
like
their
I
opinion
think,
on
I
what
think
to do.
there would be a punishment of death for they call it hiraba, for example, right?
Right,
which
yes,
is fighting,
yes.
like
Yes.
waging a war against Allah and His Messenger.
I mean, like the stealing, you cut the hand,
Yeah.
adultery, you have different things, and killing, you have those things. So those things are by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I think Osama, one of the people that knew Osama, they were going to get their teeth taken off because they broke somebody else's teeth. Then they said, we know Osama, we're going to tell Osama to go and intercede to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam so that teeth isn't broken. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that I can't change the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even if Fatima, my daughter, stole, I would cut her hand.
SubhanAllah.
So that's how we're down the hudud of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But this here, it's a little bit different than the hudud. Is the people that have a choice if they want to enact a retribution, or if they want to take the money, the blood money for it.
Yeah.
So they have that, or they can forgive. So those are the things. So it's a little bit different on the rules.
Okay.
This is if a person, they want to enact a retribution, they have to fulfill these conditions here.
Okay. So ويشترط لوجوبه أربعة شروط.
Yes.
And then there are 4 conditions for the obligation of the
This is about the qisas.
قصاص, yes. أحدها كون القاتل مكلفا.
Yes.
One is that the killer must be legally responsible.
Yes, that means he's responsible for himself what he did, and somebody that's not responsible.
Like an innocent person.
Yes, that's the next one. No, not an innocent person, like somebody that's insane, for example.
Oh, yeah.
It talks about in 1A, it explains that there.
Yeah, فَأَمَّا الصَّبَا وَالْمَجْنُونُ فَلَا قِصَاصَ عَلَيْهِمَا.
Yes.
For the young person, meaning the person that's below the age of accountability.
Right, yes.
And also for the insane person, there is no equal retaliation for that.
Yes.
There's no retribution for that.
Right, yes. And that goes back to a hadith that's very popular. Rufi al-qalam ala thalatha.
Yeah.
You know, sabi hatta yukabbir, a young child until it becomes older. And majnoon hatta yuwafiq, means somebody that's insane until he has a competency. And sleeping, na'im hatta yastayqid. So that's a famous hadith. They go by that. I was mentioning that hadith.
So the person has to be not a youngster, and the person has to be not insane.
Yes, he should be responsible for himself, then implement the punishment.
So, like, what happens, Sheikh, if you were sleepwalking? Some people sleepwalk.
Yes.
And I heard this story one time. Some person said a person sleepwalked and they cook and they even drive, and this person sleepwalked and took their gun, killed their in-laws.
Oh, okay. See.
Right?
Yes.
Would the sleepwalker be responsible?
No, it's very interesting because the Sheikh, he mentioned that on one of the other lessons, and he says if a person they're sleeping, they're not responsible for what they do when they're sleeping.
Of course.
And I'm like, he's just dreaming, right? Well, how is he going to do anything?
Yeah.
But now that you mentioned this, then maybe that's what that would apply
the
for that.
sleepwalker who doesn't know what's happening.
Right. Yes.
How could he be responsible?
Right. Yes, and he did something then, then he wouldn't be held accountable for it because he didn't do it out of his. Out of the legal responsibility, the mukallaf, to say the word mukallaf. Okay, inshallah, that's the first condition, that the person, they should be mukallaf, old and sane, and not insane, and not a youngster. Okay, so number 2.
What does it mean, Sheikh, to be a sabi?
Sabi means a youngster,
How
below
young?
the age. Sometimes people, they say 7 years old, they say. From below 7, and sometimes people, they say bulugh, the age of adulthood.
Okay.
Because before the age of bulugh, the person, they don't earn any sins. And then when they reach the age of bulugh, then they start earning sins. So
what is the age of bulugh in the Hanbali school, Sheikh?
It's when the man, when the puberty, you could say, when the semen first comes out in the man, dreaming or outside of dreaming, and for the woman when she starts menstruating. So that's the case. And then they have a maximum age of 15 years.
Oh, really? They have the 15 years? What
Yes.
about, so you said menstruation, ejaculation, 15 years. What about the thick pubic hair, Sheikh? Is that a condition or no?
The pubic hair, sometimes people, they say that puberty, but some people, they say that, but
So, like, say there's a young individual, and he hasn't ejaculated, and he hasn't his 15. He'll say he's 14, and then he, obviously he's not going to menstruate, but he has thick pubic hair, let's say, right? Is he a baligh or no?
I think I heard some of the ulama say that the puberty counts as baligh, but usually it's when the semen first comes out.
Okay.
And if it doesn't come out by the age of 15, then 15 is a cutoff age for it. And that's in the 3 schools, I believe, except the Maliki school.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
Same
that's
thing
what I
for the
thought
women too.
Hanafis say.
If the woman doesn't menstruate when she reaches 15, then
She
she's
will hit the
considered
baligh.
baligh at 15.
Correct,
That's what
yeah.
they say.
So, and this is, of course, Islamic years, yes? The lunar
Right,
calendar,
yes,
yeah.
that's another few
I think that comes out to about 14 and a half, maybe?
yeah, it's about 10 days every year, so maybe half a year difference will be.
Yeah, half a year. So 14 and a half, yeah. Okay, so الثاني كون المقتول معصوما. The one who is killed has to be innocent.
Innocent person, right? The person didn't, and it mentions the different things
Yeah.
after.
فلا ضمان فيه فإن كان. There is no responsibility if he was حربيا.
Yes.
حربيا meaning he's at war.
Yes, if a person, they went to the battle, and the disbelievers were attacking them, they killed a person, then it's not the qisas is not implemented in that
Of
case.
course.
No, that's the case
أو
there.
مرتدا, or
Yes.
a person that is an apostate.
Yes.
أو قاتلا في
Okay.
المحاربة.
Hey, murtad, what does that mean? A person
A person who left
hold of
Islam.
Person, because there's hadith that say that if a person that if they left their deen, then they are executed in Islamic law.
Yeah, من
They
بدل
mention
دينه فاقتلوه,
that.
right?
Yes, that's
So-
the case there. But that's in the thing is that's in the government. That's their job.
Of course.
For a regular person, then what they should do is to try to be nice to the person, to convince the person to stay on the faith, inshallah.
Yeah.
To do inshallah. So
So
anyway, these are the things that if somebody.
So a
if
person
they-
that's at war-
This is talking about the executioner. Not if he executed somebody for these reasons, then that execution is not executed.
okay. أو قاتلا في المحاربة.
Mm-hmm.
Or a combatant in a war. So what's the
Yes.
difference between حربيا and قاتلا في المحاربة?
Well,
What's
the
the
war maybe refers to the offensive,
Mm.
and the qatil means a person's a combatant. That means he's
A
fighting
defensive.
in the war. Yes, he's a person that's
Participant.
like a soldier, you could say, in the war. Qatala means to kill somebody, right?
Yeah.
Qatila means a person that's going to kill.
Fighting. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. No,
yes.
I understand. But my question is, what's the difference between حربيا and قاتلا في المحاربة?
Well, in the war, sometimes you capture the prisoners, right?
Oh.
And then sometimes in the war, you might, the Amir would say, execute the prisoners.
Mm.
That happened in the time of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Okay.
So that could be what it is, harbiyan, pertaining to war.
Okay.
Harb means war. Harbiyan means it has the trait of war.
Okay.
And qatil means the one that's physically
Fighting in the war.
fighting. It's in the war. Yes.
أو زانيا محصنا, or
Yes.
a married adulterer.
Yes.
Okay. أو قتله دفعا عن نفسه,
Yes.
or self-defense, killed in
Right.
self-defense to protect his own life
Yes, or property also.
or his property.
Yes, that's
أو
what it is.
ماله أو حرمته, or he's protecting his wealth or his hurma, his
Right.
property,
Yes.
which is like land property.
Yeah, hurma means it's forbidden for people to go, so that means you could say his property, because if he doesn't allow people to go on property,
Assalamu alaikum.
that's what that refers to.
So
So
yeah.
for those reasons, the person is not given the qisas, because if he killed somebody.
Okay.
That's the reasons that they have for it, because he had. So that's anyway. That's what the Sheikh mentioned.
So-
These are mentioned in the text.
So what's
Quran
the
and
case is
Sunnah.
that the qisas only becomes obligatory if the killer is legally responsible and the person who was killed was innocent.
Innocent person.
So,
That's the second.
person-
Two more conditions.
A person at war and a murtad, and then a combatant in a war and
Yes.
a married adulterer, and a person killed in self-defense or in the defense of property or wealth.
Right. Yes.
All of this is not going to lead to qisas.
Yes. The person, they can't be they can't have the retribution of killing that person if he did that for those reasons. And that's the point there.
Okay.
And this is different than the one in the government. And bear in mind that the reason that we have the rules in the government is to deter the society from doing things, deter them from disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the reason for it. And if somebody, they deserve the punishment, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there, and they're going to get the punishment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anyhow. So that's the thing to bear in mind, inshallah. So this talks about, let's say somebody got killed, then a person, the heirs of that person or the family of that person, they say, we want to kill the other person because he killed him. So this is talking about when that's allowed and the conditions for it where that's allowed, where they can enact that. The life for a life, in other words.
Okay.
Yep.
So here, للثالث, the third condition is
Yes.
كون المقتول كفاء
Yes.
للجاني.
Yes.
Now, jani, what is a jani?
Johnny is the perpetrator,
Okay.
the one that did the sin.
So then the one who was killed has to be kafa'an, equal in
Yes.
status
Yes.
to the one who is the perpetrator.
Yes.
What does kafa'an mean? It's explained.
Yes, those are the next things. Because it says in the Quran, al-hurru bil-hurri wal-abdu bil-abdi wal-untha bil-untha. So, those two are equal.
Okay.
So the Sheikh explains that, the other, what's
Okay.
it, number 3b?
فيقتل حر مسلم.
Yes.
الحر المسلم بالحر المسلم.
Yes.
ذكرا كان أو أنثى.
Yes.
So the free Muslim, for a free Muslim, whether a male or female.
Yes, that's what he says. So he doesn't make a distinction between male and female,
Okay.
or Muslim for Muslim. That's what it refers to.
So what does that mean? Okay, let's read the finished thing and then we'll see.
Yes.
ولا يقتل حر بعبدي. حرا بعبدي.
Yes.
ولا يقتل حرا بعبدي.
If one person's a free person and he killed a slave, so because he's a free person, he's not on the same status as a slave, so he's not killed. A free person.
ولا مسلم بكافر.
Yes.
And nor a Muslim for a disbeliever.
Yes.
لقول رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يقتل مؤمنا بكافر. Don't kill a believer for a kafir.
Yes.
Okay. ويقتل الذمي بالذمي. A dhimmi is killed for a dhimmi. ويقتل
Do you know
الذم.
what dhimmi is? That's like
So
what happens when the Muslims they defeated a land. Then the people they're allowed to do everything that they're considered to be protecting the land. So that's what refers to dhimmi, people that are under protection of the Muslims.
ويقتل الذم بالمسلم. And a dhimmi is killed for a Muslim.
Yes.
Okay.
If a dhimmi killed a Muslim, and
Then no.
dhimmi is killed. Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have it if it's a lower.
But what if a Muslim killed a dhimmi?
I think it doesn't allow that. No.
It doesn't say that. Okay. And then ويقتل العبد
Yes.
بالعبد.
Because it says not to kill a Muslim for a disbeliever.
Yeah.
So dhimmi is a disbeliever.
kafir, yeah.
So then, that's not.
ويقتل العبد بالعبد. And the slave is killed for a slave.
Yes.
ويقتل sorry, is it يقتل or يقتل?
Yuqtal, I think.
I've been reading it wrong the whole time. ولا يقتل حر بعبد. حر بعبد ولا مسلم بكافر ويقتل الذمي بالذمي ويقتل الذمي بالمسلم ويقتل العبد بالعبد ويقتل الحر بالحر.
Yes. So these are the cases where the person they go through the physical retribution, and if they don't do that, then they get the blood money. That's the other thing afterwards. But in these cases here, where the person they're not killed life for life, they're given the blood money, the amount for the action. Same thing in the other cases. This is just if they want to enact a full retribution.
You can't do the actual killing. You have to do blood money.
Yes, and if these conditions are not met.
All right. So in this case, what's happening is that a Muslim for a free Muslim, whether male or female. So male or female doesn't matter.
Yes.
In all these cases, male female doesn't matter.
Right. Yes.
All that matters is their status, which is
slave
that
or
a free
or
person
disbeliever.
cannot be killed for a slave. So, for example, if a free person on purpose kills a slave, then he's not going to get killed.
Right. Yes.
What if he kills 10 slaves?
Well, that's the rule for between the two parties.
Yeah, I got you.
So the people that own the slave, they can require the free person to pay the blood money for him, but they can't demand that the person be killed.
Okay.
So that's in the case between one person and another. And the other issue is in the government. If somebody that kills somebody, then the hudud is that they're executed.
What is the hudud?
Killed.
What?
Somebody commits murder, they're killed.
Okay.
So
what's the evidence for that?
That's the Islamic ruling, the chapter of the hudud. That's a different chapter. This is the jiniyat. Jiniyat is the what one person did to the other person, and they're assuming that there's not a government in the society.
Okay. So this is just like mob judgment or something.
Mob judgment.
No, I'm saying because I thought the government does this. It's not the government that's doing this. It's like random people.
No. These are one group of people with the other group of people. Yeah.
So there's no government involved.
Yeah, the government is a different chapter on the hudud. This is between the parties, each party.
They're just taking care of it.
Yeah, they're getting their justice. Somebody, one tribe, if somebody does something to them, they have a right to get the retribution on it. So that's what they refer to. There's two different sections. One on the jiniyat, where one person does something to another person. One party does something to another party. And there's one on the hudud, where a person in charge of the government, they enact the laws in the government.
Let's say, for example, that the Muslims are ruling, and then on the edge, like in the desert or something, two people, they get in a fight and then one kills the other.
Yes.
Now the families of the two are upset at each other.
Yes.
So then they're going to have to what? Place their own
they
trial?
have the right to demand that the other person get killed, the one that did the killing.
Yeah.
Or they can accept the blood money.
Okay.
That's there. But if there's a government involved that's governing over that, then they implement the laws, the legal laws that they have in the government. The hudud does.
Okay.
So that's a different
Gotcha.
section. So this is talking about,
Yeah.
you know, the
So
one
in-
group of people with another group of people.
Okay. In this case, when a free person kills a slave, they don't get killed. And then
Right,
when
yes.
a Muslim person kills a disbeliever, they don't get killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then when a dhimmi kills a dhimmi, they get killed.
Yes.
And then a dhimmi is killed for killing a Muslim because the Muslim is in a higher level.
Yes, I mean, that's the rule that says
Yeah.
what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said.
But the Muslim who kills the dhimmi is not killed.
Right. There's a hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He mentioned that hadith. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Muslim is not killed for...
What if the slave kills a free person?
Yeah, he's killed.
Then he's killed.
Yes.
And then what if a slave is killed for a slave? Okay.
Yes, that's
And then a
mentioned
free
there.
person is killed for a free person.
Yeah,
Man or
right,
woman,
yes.
doesn't matter.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's what's mentioned in the Quran. So usually the sheikh, he goes by things in the Quran and the hadith,
Yeah.
and he makes that as the basis of the rules.
But this
And
is in the
then,
case of like some kind of like tribal judgment or something.
Right,
It's
yes,
not really a
it's-
government
It's
judgment.
between two parties, you know.
Okay.
One party against the other. If it's the government, then, you know, the rules of the government are implemented.
So say, Sheikh, that there's a person, he's in the government, he's in the city, and there's government.
So his job is to make the rules.
No,
and the
that's
laws.
fine. But there's a person, he is free,
Mhm.
and then he kills my slave.
Yes.
So what?
So he's got to pay you the value of the slave. Then.
Sure, but what's the government gonna do to him
If it's the government, then he gets killed. Then.
for killing the slave?
Yeah, he committed murder.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
So if the government gets involved, that's what happens.
Right, yes, they have to implement the law from the government. Yep. If there is a government, that's, you know.
Okay. What about over here, America?
Yeah, they have the laws here too, right?
Okay, so there is a government here.
Yes, yes.
Now they're not gonna do the hudud though.
Yes, they have their laws here. If a person they're in charge of the government, then they should implement, you know, the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 'Cause they
I
don't
think I
have a
should
choice
probably
in
read
it.
the rest of this before I comment. So okay, fine. Arabiya. The fourth
Yes.
condition is that Allah yakunu abal lil maqtuli.
Yes,
So the fourth is that it should not be the father of the killed.
yes,
So for example, a father who kills his own son or daughter,
yes, yes.
then that doesn't work. You can't just kill that
Yes, because
person.
the hadith mentions that. And you read the other points there, then.
فلا يقتل والد بولده وإن سلف. And do not kill the father for his son and descendants.
Yes,
So for example, a father
grandchildren.
kills like a person kills his grandchildren
Right, yes.
or great grandchildren,
Yes,
whatever.
that
Doesn't
applies.
matter.
So usually when you have the Islamic rules, when you say children, it refers to the grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Yes.
And when it says parents, it refers to, you know, the grandparents, great-grandparents. Usually that's the rule for it.
Okay. And then والأبوان في هذا سواء سواء. And the
Yes.
parents are the same in this regard, meaning father or mother, doesn't
Right,
matter.
yes, it's the same ruling for them.
ولو كان ولي الدم ولدا أو له فيه حق وإن قتل وإن قل
Yes.
لم يجب القود. Even if the blood avenger is a son or has a right to it, however small, retribution is not required. So
Yes.
ولو كان ولي الدم ولدا أو له فيه حق. So even
Yes.
if the blood avenger is a son,
Mhm.
or he has a right to it,
Mhm.
وإن قل, or even less than that, لم يجب القود.
Yes.
Then retribution is not required.
Yes, so that's a little bit interesting. It's like if you have the parents, mother and the father, right? So the son is the son of both of them, and then the one kills the other, for example. Then who does the
Revenge.
the heirs of the one that's killed? The son. So he's related to both of the parties. You know.
Correct. The mother's, like for example, if
Yes.
let's say if the father kills the son,
The father kills the mother, for example. The father kills his wife.
okay,
Okay, then what happens is the father and his family has to pay the family of the wife. So the son is part of the son of the father, so he's got to pay it. But then the son is the son of the mother, so he receives it. pays it and receives it, right? So does it make sense?
What does that mean? No, it's just zero.
No, well, because he's got to pay on behalf of his father, so he pays it, but then he receives it because he's a son of the mother.
Yeah.
You see the point? That's the point there. No?
Yeah.
That's the point. So, so over here, I mean, he mentions these points here.
I think he's saying that retribution is not required.
We're talking about the father. That he's not the retribution of father is not done. The father
Okay,
killed his
so
son.
3 conditions for the execution of the retribution to be permissible.
Yes, these are mentioned in the Hadith and the Quran.
So
that's why
the
he
first
mentioned those
part is
conditions.
where they have to do that. Because the first four conditions for its obligation.
No, the 4 conditions for it to be valid for a person to have the retribution, to kill the other person for killing.
But what's the
Those 4
difference
of them.
between that and for it to be permissible? Because
That's what it means, because if the conditions are not met, then he can't do it.
No, I understand, Sheikh. But here, they're saying it's that it's allowed. It's for it to be permissible. أحدها أن يكون
So
لمكلف.
read through this one, then you'll see
Yeah.
what they mean by it.
أحدها أن يكون مكلفا.
Yes.
One that he has to be legally responsible. فإن كان لغيره أو له فيه حق وإن قل لم يجزئ استيفاءه. If that one or others along with him have the right of retribution, it is not executed. I don't know what that means. فإن كان لغيره
Okay.
أو له فيه حق وإن قل.
That means he killed a responsible person. The person that he killed was mukallaf.
Okay. فإن كان لغيره أو له فيه حق, or he has a right in it, وإن قل لم يجزي استيفاء. I don't know what that means. If that one or others along with him have the right of retribution, it is not executed. What?
Okay. So it's talking about the person that did the killing. He has to be legally responsible. I think it's the same point as the other one there. So if he's a young person or if he's insane, then that person is not responsible for it. And then
What is istifa'a?
it's to implement the execution. That's what it means.
I'm not. We'll go back to that point, Sheikh. Okay, so الثاني إتفاق جميع المستحقين على استيفائه. Second, all those entitled to the punishment must agree to it. الثاني إتفاق جميع المستحقين على استيفائه. The second is that all those entitled to the punishment must agree to it. So, for example, you killed my brother. So then all the brothers have to agree that this is the case. That this should be the punishment that we should kill.
Yes. This is talking about the heirs of the one that got killed. I think
Heirs,
that's what it refers to.
heirs, yeah.
If they can demand that the person that killed them get killed, the retribution for it. So, like for example, the heir is a young child, then he can't say, demand that this person get killed for killing my father, for example, or killed this person.
Everyone must agree.
Right. And then the other one is
فإن لم يأذن فيه بعضهم أو كان فيهم غائب لم يجزئ استيفاؤه.
Yes.
If some of them do not authorize it or one of them is absent, then it's not executed.
Yes. So let's say the person that got killed, he has a family of like 6 people.
Okay.
They're all the same.
They all 6
decision
have
making.
to say yes. Kill.
They all have to agree to it. If one of them they don't agree with it, then he's not executed. No.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. فإن استوفاه بعضهم فلا قصاص عليه وعليه بقيت ديمته له.
Yes.
If some of them execute it, he is not subject to the full retribution, and he must pay the remainder of the blood money.
Yes. So what happens is, let's say there's like 4 people that are relatives of the one that got killed, that the person killed them. And so some of them they demand it, some of them they don't. So then 2 of them they implement something, and what's left of them, then he pays the blood money for that.
What does
And
implement
that
something
that usually refers to like fingers, hands. So if you have 10 fingers, if somebody for example, they harm somebody and cut off his 10 fingers, right? 10 fingers, then the retribution will be 10 fingers.
Okay.
And some people they do it and they do 5 fingers, so he has 5 fingers left. So then he pays half of the blood money for the 5 fingers.
I see. Okay. So for example, if you cut off 10 fingers,
Yes.
and then now 4
Now
people.
now they can demand the qisas, the
Yeah,
retribution.
so half the people want retribution, and
Right.
half the people want money.
Yeah, so then half the people they did it and they cut off 5 of the fingers, not 10 of them. So then he's got to pay the blood money for the other 5.
فإن استفاه بعضهم فلا قصاص عليه وعليه بقيمة دماءته له. But what if he kills one person and then half of them say I want
Yeah, you can't
death?
really, the thing is you can't kill the person more than once, so it's not
Or halfway.
Or that.
What if you
It
kill
could be
him
for
halfway?
injuries, because the qisas is also for injuries, eye for eye, right?
Yes.
Nose for nose. And so that's what that refers to. That's what he says over there. So.
ولشركائه حقهم في تركة الجاني. So now the remaining of the blood money is split with the rest of the people with the right, meaning the people
Right, yes.
that chose the blood money.
Yes, yes. So let's say that for the 10 fingers, you have for each finger you have 10 camels, right? So the people that exacted retribution on, they did 5 fingers.
Is it really 10 camels per
Yes,
finger? Sheikh?
yes, it really does.
So then 10 fingers is 100 camels.
Right, yes, because the blood money is 100 camels. So there's 10 of them. This is a future lesson.
Yeah.
There's 10 of them, so each finger is equivalent to 10 camels.
So then if half the people forgive him and half
Right.
half the people give him money, half the people
Well,
want
they
fingers.
exacted the retribution on him. They did half of them, half his fingers. So they got their what they wanted, so they don't get any blood money. But the rest of them,
They get the blood money.
they get the rest of the blood money.
Now, which fingers do they cut? Do they cut like 2 from one hand, 3 from the other, or do they cut 5 from one?
The same as the other person usually, because if you look at that chapter, they talk about the value of the thumb,
Yeah.
value of the other fingers.
But
so
how
they
is
have
it the
different
same,
things.
Sheikh? The person lost 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. So
Yes.
how are you going to do half?
Yeah, I mean, if they started exactly
I think to
retribution.
do half would be you'd have to cut all the
Yes.
fingers off of one hand.
Right, yes.
Does it matter which from where they cut the fingers? Like, because the fingertips are separate from the fingers over here, right?
Yes. Well, this is talking in general when you have,
Yeah.
the person, that some of the family or some of the heirs, they want to enact the retribution, the other ones they don't.
Yeah.
So they begin with it and they don't complete it. That's what they're
Right,
saying.
right,
And
okay.
then what happens is that person, he's got to pay the rest of the blood money, half of it or a quarter of it or whatever the amount is, but usually it's half of it usually. No?
Okay. So
it could be the money.
وَلِشِرْكَائَهُ حَقَّهُمْ فِي تَرْكَةِ الْجَانِ. The
Yes.
remainder of the blood money is split with the rest of the people with the right. Yeah, we
Yes.
already said that, I think. Right? And then after that, ويستحق القصاص كل من يورث المال على قدر مواريثهم.
Yes.
The inheritors are entitled to retribution blood money according to their shares.
Yes.
Oh wow! So it's like it goes into the inheritance.
Right, yes. Yeah, that's what it says. If they get the blood money, then who gets the blood money? And according to the inheritance shares. They
Okay,
get it.
so now let me give you this example, Sheikh. All this person has are a son and a daughter.
Mhm.
Okay. So, and he, well, no. I mean, okay, so if he cut off the person's fingers, then really the person with the right is himself. Because the person's still alive, right? Who takes the retribution? The family of the person or the person himself? The person himself takes retribution.
Yeah, I think this over here means like, maybe not the fingers, maybe that wasn't a good example.
Okay.
But maybe a person that is supposed to be killed,
Yeah.
and they go and they half kill him or something like that.
How would they have killed someone, Sheikh?
Yeah, that's what the sheikh is saying over here, so this
Yeah.
is very
How are you
interesting.
gonna have kill someone,
So
right?
they start to kill him and they don't complete it, but the person
like
becomes,
torture.
becomes like near death or half death or something like that. So that's a good question. How will be half dead? But anyway, that's the point that he makes. The main point is on the first issue that all the people are.
No, I understand. All I'm saying is, of course, in the case of inheritance where the person is dead,
yes,
then it's going to go to the shares. But the question is, if the person is doing blood money for fingers, then why wouldn't the person who's alive, who lost the fingers,
the people they disagree on whether they want to execute the physical retribution or the blood money.
Like, okay, so some guy comes, he cuts off 10 of my fingers. Why is my family deciding? I should decide. I'm the one with the fingers lost.
Right, yes. So that's a good point.
So where is the share coming from if there's no, if I'm the person who's alive, I should be able to make the full decision, right?
Yes. But let's, over here in this scenario, this is a hypothetical scenario, but let's say you died afterwards, then the people, they want to get the qisas for you.
No. Okay, so he cut off my fingers, but I died for something else. I fell and died.
Yes, afterwards.
Something else happened.
Right, yes.
Got in a car accident after that and just died.
Yes.
Okay, so he didn't actually kill me. He just made me lose the 10 fingers.
Right. So
and now my heirs want the retribution.
Right, yes.
Okay, so now, Sheikh, I lost 10 fingers. Then I died in a car accident. My wife is going to hate this video, right? I lost 10 fingers. Then after that, I died in a car accident.
Yes.
So all I have left is a son and a daughter.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now, if the daughter forgives, does she forgive a third or does she forgive half?
No, this is not in the case of forgiveness. This is who does the blood money go to. So the person, let's say a person they killed, right? He gets, then the person says, okay, I'm going to pay the blood money. So who does it go to? So it goes according to the inheritors.
No, I got it. But that's not what happened. It wasn't, I died for an irrelevant reason, right? Now the inheritors, my son and my daughter,
yes,
they want retribution for 9 fingers. Okay? And the son says, I want fingers. And the daughter says, I want money.
Yes.
So
no, this is saying that they can't execute a retribution at all. That's the first point.
Why not?
Because not everybody agrees to it. But let's say he does it. So this is the point there. If he does it unlawfully, he does it. Then he's got to pay the rest of the blood money or the remainder.
Whoa! So it's like the person who was just angry is just like grabbing the guy, and like cutting his fingers off. Now.
Right. Yes. That's.
But he didn't cut off all the fingers.
Yeah, because the other point before is they all have to agree to it, right? On the previous point, on number 6.
Oh. Okay, so if they don't all agree to it, then you can't do it.
Right. Yes. So they don't all agree to it, but the other person's still upset, so he goes and he attacks a person and he harms a person. And then the amount that he's harmed, then he has the remainder of the things left over, so then he's got to pay that as the blood money to the rest of the family.
Not to the harmer, though. Not to the person who's doing the harm.
So the person that's doing the harm, he's the one that has to pay it, right?
فإن استوفاه بعضهم فلا قصاص عليه وعليه بقيمة دم له. Okay, دية له.
Right.
Oh, if some of them they execute it against the judgment of the others, right? They just get like upset or something. They're like, how can you forgive this guy? Boom, we're gonna take his fingers or something. Okay.
Right. Yes, that's what the person. Yep.
Okay. That's just a very weird.
Yeah, these are very awkward situations that.
I mean, essentially, what's happening, I think, is like the judge has to sit there and like judge between these people who are doing some crazy stuff. Okay, and then الثالث الأمن من التعدي في الاستيفاء. Security during the execution of the retribution. فلو كان الجناء حاملا لم يجزئ استيفاء القصاص منها. If the perpetrator is pregnant, retribution cannot be carried against her.
Yes, until she
gives birth.
And raise a child.
في نفس ولا جرح ولا استيفاء حد منها. For her life or injury or even the government punishment.
Right. Yes.
حتى تضع ولدها ويستغنى عنها, until she gives birth and the child is not in need of her.
Right.
Meaning, like the child has to be maybe 6 months or a year old or something.
Yeah, after the
weaning.
suckling, the child.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened in the time of Rasulullah. A woman, she was pregnant and she went to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, did the zina, so on, confessed to it. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, go back and give birth to your baby, and then she came back and said, go back and breastfeed your baby, and then after that, then he went through with it. So he's going by that hadith. Okay, so let's go back to the first point over there. It says, so this is the same thing. The person must be legally responsible. That's the point on to execute a it's the same thing as the previous section.
I feel like I need to read this whole lesson again.
Yes.
Because it feels like there's too much going on. Okay, so let's just read the English, right?
Okay.
So there are 4 conditions for its obligation. One, that the killer is responsible and he can't be young or insane or even sleeping. Then the killed person has to be innocent. Okay.
The one that he killed has to be innocent. Yeah, the one
who's being killed. And
yes.
The killed person has to be innocent. He can't be at war, apostate, or a combatant in war, meaning a prisoner of war. And he can't be a married adulterer or killed in self-defense or in this defense of property and wealth. And then the person has to be an equal in the killing, in the status, meaning
yes.
Or equal or higher.
Yes.
Right? The one who's killed has to be equal or higher.
Yes, that's to enact the qisas.
Yeah, in order to enact the qisas, only a free person can kill a free person, male or female, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Right, so the free person.
Free Muslim for a free Muslim.
Yeah, free Muslim for a free Muslim, and a Muslim is not killed for a non-Muslim, and a free person is not killed for a slave. But dhimmi for Muslim, but not Muslim for dhimmi.
Right.
And yes. Then a slave for a slave, but not a free man for a slave.
Yes. So the dhimmi is a non-Muslim, so it says not a Muslim not killed Correct. For a non-Muslim. That's the point there.
And then the father shouldn't be killed for his son or any of his descendants.
Yes.
And then the parents shouldn't be killed at all for their descendants.
Yes. And
if the blood avenger is a son or has a right to it, however small, retribution is not required.
Right. Yes, because he has to pay it and then he receives it. So that's like awkward situation. He has to pay it on behalf.
So, for example, if there's a family of 3, there's a man, a woman, and then a son. Okay. So the wife kills her husband.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So what? He's gonna kill his own mom?
Well, then he's got to pay it on behalf of his mom to the husband. But he receives it too because he's a son of the
so
father.
I mean, obviously
that's an awkward situation.
Yeah,
that's why he mentions that.
She can't receive her own money that she's paying.
He's paying it and he's receiving it.
So what does that mean? He just takes it out of one pocket, puts it in the other pocket?
Right. That's why he mentions.
Well, why do anything at all then?
Yes, that's the point over there that he has. That's what mentions that.
So there's not really anything to do.
Yes.
So then now it looks like the condition here, Sheikh, 3 conditions for the execution of the retribution to be permissible.
Yes.
But over here it was about obligation, and these are about.
No, it's the same thing. It's repeating the other thing. This is on a different chapter.
Same thing. Okay.
Yeah, so it's the same point as the other one. It's not different in that point there.
Okay, so then of course legally responsible.
Yes.
Okay, if that one or others along with him have the right of retribution is not executed. I don't know what that means too.
Let me read up. إن كان لغيره أو له فيه حق إن قل لم يجري استقباله.
Oh, I think I got it, Sheikh. If he is not legally responsible, or له فيه حق, or he has a right in the retribution itself.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, for example, like the son whose father killed his mother, or his mother killed his father, he has a right in it.
Yes.
Right? وَإِن قَلْ, and even if it was a little bit of right, لَمْ يَجْزِئْهُ اسْتِفَاؤُهُ, then in that case we don't do the killing.
Right.
Right? Because, like for example, if a brother, there's 3 brothers, one brother kills another brother, right? Technically, the 2 brothers have a right in it.
Yeah, I think it's just repeating the point number 5.
No, I think what's happening here is that it's introducing the next point, which is...
No, the point number 5 is the first one.
Yeah.
If the person is insane or young.
Yeah.
Okay, then
we can't kill the insane person. I got it. Even if he's a little bit.
The second point is if the other people along with him, if there's one person with him that's insane or young, then they can't execute it because he can't make that decision. Because the first one is if he's alone, the one person, is alone and he's insane or he's young,
Yeah.
right? Then it doesn't happen. The other one is there's like, let's say there's like 5 people there,
Yeah.
and he's one amongst the 5 people, then it's not implemented.
But I think what it's also saying, Sheikh, is that أوله فيه حق وإن قل. So even if he has a right.
Yes,
so,
that's what I was talking about. If there's like 10 people that are the heirs of the one that got killed,
yeah.
and he's one of them, one of the 10 people, even though it's so small, only 10%,
Yeah.
then they can't execute the.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's the
Like
point
if
there.
there's a single person, he's one of the inheritors. So
Yes.
like a brother kills a brother, now the other brothers can't kill that brother because he is an inheritor technically.
No, that's not what that means.
Oh, that's not what it means.
It means what happens is the killer, let's say the killer,
Yeah.
right? He killed somebody.
Okay.
A killed B,
Okay.
okay, and then the inheritors of B, let's say he is
There's 10 of them.
insane or young,
Okay.
then he can't demand that A be killed.
Oh, because
Okay.
the inheritor is young.
Yes, and then let's say the inheritor has like 10 relatives, right? But one of them is young
Oh.
and insane, then they can't make the
Wow,
other
that's
person
crazy.
skip. That's the point of it. This
Because-
is awkward. This is the way that's
Yeah,
how.
no, but the thing is that he can't. So, for example, let's say you kill a father, and his inheritors are young children, or even most of them are adult children.
Well,
Only
let's
one
say
son.
no, the first point, if there's just one person that's a relative of the one that got killed,
Yeah,
but he's young or he's insane,
then we don't do
then he
it.
can't demand that the other person
Gotcha.
be
But
killed.
even if there's 10 children, let's say 10 relatives, and one of
Yes.
them is young,
Right, exactly. Then it's not
we still
implemented.
can't do it.
Right, that's
we
the
have
point
to.
there.
We have to get the
You have to get
money.
unanimous agreement
Consent.
on everybody.
Okay.
But if the person is young or insane, then it doesn't go.
Okay,
because he
so
can't
all of
he can't
those
make
who
that.
are entitled to the punishment must agree to it. If
Right,
some of them
yes.
do not authorize it or they're missing,
Yes.
it's not executed. If some of them execute it, he is not subject to the full retribution and he must pay the remainder of the blood money.
Yes.
Okay, and the remainder of the blood money is split with the rest of the people with the right of retribution. So those who stayed behind didn't do the retribution,
Right.
they get
the
paid.
blood money. Right. Yes.
But those who participate in the retribution, they don't get paid.
Right. Yes.
Because they still acted.
Yes. Yes.
And they acted wrongly,
Right. Yes.
but they
did
still
that.
acted.
Right.
The inheritors are entitled to retribution according to their shares.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say though. Like in the according to their shares, right? For example, let's say that all there is the man's daughter and son.
Yes.
The son has a 2/3 share, and the daughter has a 1/3 share.
Right. Yes.
Okay, then the son goes and acts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he does. He kills him a 2/3 of the way. Let's say.
No, you got two different things mixed in there. So.
Yeah, and then the daughter, she doesn't do nothing, so she's deserving of the share, right? Of her share. She's deserving of the blood money because she didn't do anything.
Yeah, this is.
Okay,
no,
so what happens is
this is different. This is. Let's say the person owes like 100, right?
okay,
In altogether in blood money.
yeah,
Then one of them acted on him, and they did like half of the damage to him. So now he owes 50.
okay,
So he's got to pay 50 in the blood money. Now, who gets that blood money? The inheritors.
According to their shares.
Of the killed.
The remaining
according
inheritors.
to the inheritance that they
the
have.
remaining inheritors that did not act unjustly, yeah,
No, I mean all the inheritors, regardless whether they act unjustly or not, they're the ones that receive the blood money.
even if they,
Let's say the person they didn't do any retribution at all, just paying the blood money. Who does it go to? It goes proportionally to the inheritors. That's the point there.
got it, okay,
Yep.
that sounds good. And then the remainder is split with the rest of the heirs. The inheritors are entitled to blood money, security during their execution of the retribution. You can't kill pregnant women
Right,
until
yes.
the child is
So,
completely
right
free, right?
until so that's the point
But
there.
even then, this is the case of like mob justice, basically.
Yeah, this is one party against another party. It's not referring to the government.
So
But he's
they
saying
don't
over
even
here
go
for
to
the
the judge.
government too. It's not.
So
they
this
don't-
is like a civil case.
right. You can say that. Yeah.
It's not really a criminal case. For example, if we were to translate it to American law, this is like a civil case.
Yeah, it's like where are you
Damning.
from in India? You're from.
Hyderabad.
Did you live in a village or did you live?
I was living in the city, Sheikh.
Oh, in the city. Oh, okay. Well, the city they have a government.
Yeah.
But when I went there a long time ago,
Oh.
they didn't really have a government over there. No.
In the
It's just
city?
everybody
In the-
did
in the-
things
in the
themselves.
town?
You know? So
Oh,
this is
in-
talking about one family with another family,
Oh yeah.
one party with another family. So people they would do that over there. So
So
this
it's like
was
kind of
referred to-
tribal judgment, like
I guess you could say that. No?
okay.
because you have other rules. If the government is there, the government they have to enact the rules. The hudud, that's called. This chapter is jiniyat, one party against another party. That's what we're talking
So
about.
what happens if, for example, a Muslim kills a slave? What does the government do?
No, if it's the government, it's murder, so the person is killed.
What if the Muslim kills a dhimmi?
Yeah, same thing.
What if he kills a kafir?
That's got to go to the judge. I got to see what the rule for it.
What if he kills a kafir?
It's usually he might be let go. He might be given a different punishment because the hadith are there that a Muslim is not killed for disbelievers, so that might be there.
Okay, what if he kills a kafir?
The judge's got to make that decision. I got to see what the ruling is on that. Inshallah.
Okay.
I mean, the government-wise, that's for that.
Okay. What if he kills a child? Like a free Muslim child, let's say.
Yeah, that's like killing another person.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Murder,
you get the full, both are there. Both the government as well as the retribution is there for child.
Okay, gotcha. So is it either the hudud or the qisas, or can it be
they're
both?
two different things. The jiniyat, the qisas, one party against the other party. They demand the revenge or retribution or recompense for what they did to them. Okay? The hudud is when you have a government and they have the laws governing the land.
But if the hudud are being carried out, can we still do the jiniyat?
Yeah, that's one of the things that the scholars they talked about. And they talked about the qasb, by somebody they killed somebody by qasb. And they said that it's a hudud that's carried out for the person.
Qasb is what, like taking...
You're killing somebody, out of like robbing them or something like that. Killing them.
But what happens, for example, the hudud cannot be carried out if the family takes retribution. If the family takes retribution, the hudud is done. But if the hudud is, what if the family forgives? They want money. Now, if you kill him, then where are you going to get the money?
Yeah, that's where it's problematic, because the government, they have to implement the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah.
So they have to go by that.
Yeah, so how does that work?
Usually it's maybe it's between two different tribes. That's what happens when you have the qisas. That's what happens. So there are different scenarios that occur. So we're going to see what's the case over there.
But most importantly, the only person that can be killed is the person doing the murdering.
Right, yes.
Right? You can't just okay, well, we're going to take your sister. You killed my sister, I take your sister. You can't do that.
No, it's not what's there. So he killed somebody, life for life. So
so you can't randomly kill their family or someone else in there.
Yeah, it's mentioned in the Quran. Al-ain bil-ain wal-anf bil-anf.
Yeah.
No.
So now the question, Sheikh, is how much is the blood money here? What's the blood money for a free Muslim man?
The blood money is 100 camels.
That's it?
100 camels for life.
Okay.
And then there's another chapter talking about the bodily injuries. How much is the blood money for that?
Okay.
If somebody they cut somebody's arm off, then they pay half the blood money because there's 2 arms. The fingers, there's 10 fingers, right? So there's 1/10 for each finger.
Okay.
10 camels for each finger. And also I think it mentions there's a difference between the thumb and other fingers too.
So what happens is a maximum of 100 camels?
What's interesting, it could be more than that too.
That's what I'm saying. So for example, what if the guy takes 10 fingers first, then he takes 10 toes, then he cuts the hand, then he gets the other hand.
Right, yes. Then it would end up being more than a
then
full
after
blood
that, he
money.
kills him.
Yes.
Okay, so what, now you got 500 camels or something?
There's some scenarios it would be more than the full blood money, even though he didn't kill the person, but he did all this harm. So then the total adds up to be more than the blood money. That's what happens in some cases. Like for example, somebody they cut off the 2 legs of the person, right?
Yeah.
So each one is half the blood money, so it's a full blood money, and then the arm.
Okay, now
so
it's
it's 1.5 times the blood money.
It's easier to just kill the guy, right? Because
that's what ends up happening. That's the rule in the jiniyat also. That's coming up later on. The amount of the blood money that a person they pay.
Okay. Now I heard, Sheikh. I think this might be coming later too. Is that when you have the blood money, it's a lot of money, right? Not everyone has that much money. So what happens is that the family has to pay.
Right, to his tribe or his clan.
If they want him to live.
Well, it's owed on them to pay it. No?
Oh, okay,
Because usually what happens is one tribe with another tribe.
Yeah.
In the time of Prophet Muhammad, they had a lot of tribes, right, all across Arabia. So then one person from one tribe usually would do something to another person in the other tribe. And there's not really a government that's over the whole Arabia. So they would demand the recompense for it. and they can demand that the other person be killed because he killed an innocent person,
Right.
or they can demand that they give the blood money to pay for it.
Yeah.
If they can accept the blood money instead of the other person being killed, or they could just let it go. So that's what they have. So this is talking about between one party and the other party. It's not talking about when you have a government and the government is ruling over people, then they have to implement the hudud. That's the chapter of the hudud, the laws of the government.
So, how much are these camels worth?
Oh, they're worth a lot, but back then it was not worth as much as they were nowadays.
How much are they worth now?
They're worth a lot of money now. I think they're almost worth as much as a car these days,
Each camel?
Yes, I think so.
What in the world?
Yeah, but back then people, they had like hundreds of camels, for themselves. So they used to do that for trading. They used to take them for trading. So the reason that it's 100 camels, it used to be 10 camels in the time of what's his name, Abdul Muttalib. So he said that what happened is if he had 10 sons, he's going to kill the 10th son. So he had his 10th son, which is Abdullah, the father of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then he went to the soothsayer or whatever you call it, the one, and he said, throw the darts, keep throwing it until it stops, and then you can spare your son. So he did that, and he did it 10 times, so it came to 10 times as much. So then it changed from 10 camels to 100 camels. So then it stayed that in the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam until today's day and age. 100 camels is the blood money.
So the grandfather of the Prophet ﷺ was supposed to, because he made a vow or something, right?
Yes.
That he's going to kill the 10th
Kill his son.
That's
Kill
a very
Abdullah.
weird vow.
Yes.
Why did okay, that's fine. But who did he make the vow to?
Well, he said if he has 10 sons, then he's going to kill the 10th, sacrifice the 10th one.
For who?
For the idols.
Oh, okay. So, okay, so say he doesn't do it. What are the idols going to do?
Right.
They're idols.
They're not going to do anything. But this was in the time before Islam, so he wasn't following the rules of Islam.
Yeah. No, but I'm just serious. I'm serious. But even if he swore to some idols or whatever, idols are idols. Like they're just statues. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah, even doing anything like that is all jahili, is all not valid at all. But that's what he did.
So then he has to throw the something like some dice or something.
That's what the
lots.
That's the incident that happened. So I'm not saying it's valid at all.
Each time it was Abdullah getting picked, or what was going
on?
No, yes
said,
or no.
He said he had to throw the arrow, and each time that it missed the target, then got to increase it by 10.
Oh my God!
And then it was 10 times, and finally after 10,
he hit the target.
I think that's what happened, and then it became originally it was 10 camels. Then each time it incremented by 10, and then eventually went up to 100, so 10 times.
Oh my God!
And then he said doing that instead of sacrificing his 10th son.
Yeah, so he sacrificed 100 camels. He sacrificed 100 camels. Then.
Right. Yes. Instead of sacrificing his son Abdullah.
Oh. And then
that's when it changed. It changed from 10 camels to 100 camels.
So then after that, the people, they just accepted it? They were just
right,
like, if someone's killed now...
Before the time of Prophet Muhammad, there was a lot of barbarism going on.
Yeah.
So the clan would pay the blood money to avoid the war and avoid the fighting and things like that. For diplomacy, that's what they used to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is like the same rules for it's like diplomacy.
Do they actually have to give camels, or they can just give cash?
Yeah, the value of the camels they have. They have some of the ulama, they talk about each camel is worth a dinar or something like that. So there's
only 1 dinar.
I think so. We're gonna see. It was a while ago I saw what they said, but they have a ruling in the books of
I thought a sheep was worth a dinar.
Yeah, back then I think the value is a little bit different than you have nowadays. So I got to see how much. I think it's maybe it's more than a dinar. So we'll see what each one is worth.
Okay. Sounds good, Sheikh.
Okay, inshallah. All right, inshallah. So stop over here. If I said anything correct from the ilm, then go by that. Anything for myself, just disregard it. Don't go by that. Try to make the flow of the ilm, and I don't want you to listen to anything from me, myself, just from the ilm, inshallah. Allah knows best. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.